Hey everybody, welcome back again. And today I'm taking a look at another new figure, and this is actually a figure that I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with, and that is the Studio Series Bonecrusher. Now, originally I had vowed that I was not going to purchase any of the figures in this new incarnation of a Studio Series Devastator, but it was a little bit of a slow day. I was done with meetings, and I saw it while I was out and about and figured, hey, why not? I'll go ahead and grab it, give my first impressions of it, do a little bit of an unboxing here, and see what we get with it. So the box art, looking at it, is really nice. It's got some nice art on the front, the sides, a nice shot of Devastator there in combined form. And then on the back, we've got some product shots. I really can't tell if this is a shot of the actual toy or if it's a shot of the 3D render of the toy or not. But some really cool box art up at the top of Devastator throwing, it looks like sludge, if I'm not mistaken. I can't tell if that's sludge or swoop, actually. I think that's his tail. Anyway, looking at the figure itself through the clear plastic window, I'm going to be honest with you, my first impressions of looking at the figure and having already seen some shots of it online, I'm not terribly impressed with it. The one thing that I will say about this figure is that face sculpt is really good. This face sculpt does not do the rest of this figure justice, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead and get the figure open and see what we're looking at. So he comes in the typical card that we have in the deluxe series or the deluxe class figures with his instruction sheet. We've got some additional parts here that are wrapped up in tissue paper, and let's take a look at those first. So we've got his gun. So pretty typical, very plain Jane looking gun. Really dark gray plastic is what it's molded in. And then we've got this piece right here, which looks to be part of what will be the Devastator arm. I can only imagine. And then we've got the figure itself. So he's, as is typical with these figures, he is rubber banded in. Let's put this off to the side. So we've got the figure here. Looking at him, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really not impressed with this figure at all. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It looks very cheap. Looking at the articulation, it looks like we've got this back part here that folds down. Let's take a look at the articulation. So the head spins all the way around. Looks like you've got a little bit of up and down. That this is, I would imagine, part of the transformation. Yes, it is. And again, look at that face sculpt. This is the one area of this figure where I'm really impressed. And again, the face on this one, as well as the face on the scrapper figure that has already come out, does not do the rest of the figure justice. It's just a shame. It looks like two different companies made the figure versus made the head and face sculpt. On the shoulder, we get all the way around on the shoulder. We get all the way out. The elbow is on a ball joint, and I'm going to be honest with you, that to me is very, actually both the shoulder and the elbow are ball joints. To me, it's very, the ball joints should be left for the core class figures to be more kid proof, not breaking joints and whatnot. I don't think they belong on deluxe or even Voyager class figures. At the legs, so we've got leg up, and leg back. At the knee, we do have a thigh rotation a little bit. And then we've got the knee 90 degrees and the foot splays out. This is obviously part of the transformation. And we've got ankle tilt. I saw another area or another video where it shows a little bit of waist swivel. You've got waist swivel, but obviously it breaks the sculpt. And obviously this waist swivel is going to be for the combined mode when it becomes Devastator's arm. And then I did see in one other instance where he does have a little bit of ab crunch. So you can kind of work with that a little bit. Again, you break the sculpt a little bit and it just looks awkward. You know, this is one of those instances where I say, Hasbro, what the hell are you thinking? This figure is so unbelievably cheap looking. It is, I'm just going to flat out say it is terrible. It is a regretful purchase. But again, it kind of soothed my boredom for the day with meetings being done and whatnot to make a video here. But I just, you know, for as long as we waited for a Studio 86 Devastator, I'm really disappointed in what Hasbro has done here. The Scrapper figure looked okay. I have not actually handled that one in hand yet. But it's just, this is just an awful figure. It's misproportioned. It just does not look accurate at all. But let's go ahead and try to get this guy transformed. So it should be a simple enough transformation. Let's bend these arms back and they tab back into themselves. Or it should tab back into itself. It looks like it does. Okay, there we go. And it looks like this piece probably goes here, and that is part of Devastator's arm in combined mode. So the arms will butterfly down a little bit. And this all tabs together and folds back up. And the feet collapse together. And the lower waist swivels down. And it looks like his legs tab in here to keep all of this in place. And there we go. Let's fold up the canopy. And there he goes in alt mode, the traditional bulldozer for Bonecrusher. To be honest, the alt mode looks pretty good. I mean, there's not a lot of different color to break it up. It's a whole lot of green. I don't know. I remember as a kid, Bonecrusher having a little bit more contrasting color on him. He didn't have an abundance of different colors, but the colors that were there kind of played off of each other. And this just looks like a big chunk of green plastic, honestly. But it's in alt mode, it's really not nearly as bad looking as it looks in the bot mode. We can see the front, there's a little bit of detail. The nice Decepticon emblem right there. The bottom. So obviously it looks like this is where he will peg into the upper torso of Devastator. Let's see if we can, let's I don't think the instructions have anything for the combined mode yet, but let's see if we can kind of get an idea of what he's going to look like in combined mode. So it looks like it actually looks like a pretty simple combined mode for Bonecrusher here. So if we look at it, so this is where he will slide down into the torso, probably of Hook, when that figure comes out, and then it'll sit like this. We've got the upper arm, and then we've got the lower arm here in that combined mode. So we're going to have all the way around at his shoulder. We're probably going to have to move this out a little bit. Shoulder will go up and down. We will have bicep swivel, and we will have movement here at the elbow. Don't really have quite a full 90 degrees there. But again, this is just me kind of winging it along here to look and see what this would potentially look like. So yeah, there we have it. Again, a figure I am not one bit impressed with. It's really disappointing that they have done Devastator the way that they have done with these Studio 86 figures. I really expected a lot more. I expected something a lot better than what we got with the Combiner Wars. That figure was, you know, those were really good figures. Of course, they were all Voyager class figures, if you remember back. With this, the limbs are going to be obviously deluxe class, with the legs being Voyager class, Mixmaster and Scrapper. So again, there you have it. This figure, if you're a completionist for Studio 86, it's obviously a must. If you're a huge Devastator fan, I guess it's a must. I love the Devastator Combiner, but I'm just, again, not a fan of this figure at all. But there we have it. And again, thank you guys for watching. If you like this content, please let me know. Click like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep making more. Thank you guys so much for watching.